Psalm 108, Faith in God's Sovereignty and Deliverance. Psalm 108, attributed to David, is a powerful expression of faith, worship, and trust in God's sovereignty, even in the face of adversity. It uniquely combines elements from two earlier Psalms, Psalm 57, verses 7 to 11, and Psalm 60, verses 5 to 12, into a new composition, blending praise and petition into one cohesive prayer. In this way, it reflects a heart that is both reverent and reliant, one that praises God for who He is and simultaneously calls on Him for deliverance. The psalm opens with a declaration of steadfast devotion. David proclaims that his heart is fixed on God, and he will sing and give praise with all his being. His worship is not passive, it is active, urgent, and deliberate. He calls on his instruments, his lute and harp, to awaken the dawn with music. This poetic imagery conveys the idea that his praise begins before the day even starts, suggesting that worship is not a response to circumstances but a declaration of trust before any outcome is known. David does not limit his praise to Israel, he vows to praise God among the nations, revealing a global vision of God's glory. The reason for this praise is clear: God's mercy extends above the heavens, and His truth reaches to the clouds. These metaphors communicate the vastness and immeasurable nature of God's character. David then asks that God be exalted above the heavens and that His glory be made manifest over all the earth. A request that is both a prayer and a proclamation of God's worthiness. As the psalm progresses, the tone shifts from praise to proclamation. David recounts God's own declarations of ownership over Israel and the surrounding nations. He references specific regions and tribes: Shechem, Sukkot, Gilead, Manasseh, Ephraim, and Judah, affirming God's sovereignty over every part of the land. Ephraim is described as a helmet, symbolizing military might, and Judah as a lawgiver, representing leadership and governance. In contrast, the nations that have historically opposed Israel, Moab, Edom, and Philistia, are portrayed in imagery that signifies subjugation. Moab is likened to a washpot, a lowly household object, while Edom is where God casts His shoe, a symbolic act of dominion. Over Philistia, God declares triumph. These vivid images emphasize God's absolute authority over all nations, asserting that He alone determines their fate. Yet despite this confidence in God's sovereignty, the final section of the psalm reveals a tension between divine promise and present reality. David asks who will lead him into the strong city, who will bring him to Edom, suggesting a current challenge or battle. He acknowledges that God has at times seemed distant. Is it not you, O God, who cast us off? Yet he turns that sense of abandonment into a deeper plea for help. He recognizes that human help is worthless, and only God can bring true deliverance. The psalm concludes with a resounding statement of faith: through God we will do valiantly, for it is He who shall tread down our enemies. This ending encapsulates the central theme of the psalm: confidence in God's power to save, even when human strength fails. Psalm 108, then, is a rich tapestry of worship, prophecy, and trust. It teaches that praise is appropriate even in uncertainty, that God's sovereignty extends over all nations, and that victory belongs not to human strength but to divine intervention. David models a faith that holds on to God's promises while facing present difficulties, showing that true worship includes both exaltation and honest dependence.
Psalm 108, a song, a psalm of David. O God, my heart is steadfast. I will sing and give praise even with my glory. Awake lute and harp. I will awaken the dawn. I will praise you, O Lord, among the peoples, and I will sing praises to you among the nations. For your mercy is great above the heavens, and your truth reaches to the clouds. Be exalted, O God, above the heavens, and your glory above all the earth, that your beloved may be delivered. Save with your right hand, and hear me. God has spoken in His holiness. I will rejoice. I will divide Shechem, and measure out the valley of Succoth. Gilead is mine, Manasseh is mine, Ephraim also is the helmet for my head. Judah is my lawgiver, Moab is my washpot. Over Edom I will cast my shoe, over Philistia I will triumph. Who will bring me into the strong city? Who will lead me to Edom? Is it not you, O God, who cast us off? And you, O God, who did not go out with our armies? Give us help from trouble, for the help of man is useless. Through God we will do valiantly, for it is He who shall tread down our enemies.